Hello everybody and welcome back to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. All my cards are upside down. How cool is that music? I've forgotten how much I loved it because it has been a month since we've done monthly makes, of course, because it is a show or a day that we do at the end of each month where we wrap up everything that has gone before. Best music, as far as I'm concerned, on our shows. Let us know what your favourite theme tune is. Just don't say Masterclass. If you say that, you're out of the gang. That one goes, doesn't it?
That's the one.
Yeah. I can't think how does the rest of it go? Oh yeah. Unlike the monthly makes, which is.
What's that one?
Huh?
What's that one?
It goes.
Baka what? Are you doing the? Are you plucking your
No, I'm strumming, not plucking.
guitar?
Yeah.
No, you pluck. That
No,
pluck. You pluck.
No, if you're plucking, you're going ding, 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 ding. If you're strumming, you're going.
Ah,
like
there's a difference between the two. Well, who knew?
There is a difference
Who
between
knew that?
plucking and strumming. Anyway, thank you, Susie, who likes Colour Me Happy. That is a lovely tune. But anyway, welcome to Monthly Makes, which does have a fabulous theme tune, but it is all about taking you back across some of the amazing deals that we've had over the course of the month, and we bring them back at the prices that they launched at. You will obviously understand that a lot of the deals have gone, things have sold out, but we bring back whatever we can at the prices, and with things like bonus points if they had them initially. We have those on the deals for you as well. 3 shows across the day. If you did watch Wake Up Call this morning, we will be featuring some different products to the ones that we've featured today. If you have any particular requests of items that you want to see in the later show, do let us know and get in touch, because we are always happy to do what you would like. Just before we get started on the show as well, must just remind you that it is Tuesday today, and it is a Tenner Tuesday. So if you head to the website, you will find there a whole bunch of deals for you. Great deals for just £10 or $10, but do get ahead. Producer Johnny is keeping an eye on those, and he's told me already lots of the items have sold out. People tend to get in early to grab those deals, but those deals are there, and if you've got like a bit of a big spend today, then a great way to get you up to that free shipping. In fact, he's just told me that the lowest tote deal that we had for a tenner, that has disappeared. I think we already had like a couple of deals earlier this morning that had disappeared. So we've had 4 sellouts already. But we are here for the next 2 hours, not just a little old me on my own. I'm surprised, to be honest with you, that after the show this morning that we haven't been picked up by Hollywood after our recreation of Titanic. Sadly, the phone hasn't rung. We'll be looking to recreate some... Johnny's just gone, what other movie can we recreate? And Charlotte's just gone, Ghost. Woo! Oh, you mean the pottery?
The pottery scene.
Oh, get a potter's wheel, I'll do it. But listen, it is not. It was, oh, my love, my darling, wasn't it? Yeah.
So are you singing that to me?
Oh, yes, of course.
Oh.
Anyway, Debbie's here. How are you, Mrs?
I'm fine, thank you. Yeah, I could just imagine. I've never tried one of those potter's wheels.
Have you not?
I've always wanted to do one as well. Charlotte really got one.
Have you
Charlotte,
actually?
we need to come and have a look. We could recreate the scene there.
Should we do it in between the
Yeah,
break? In between the
absolutely.
break?
I'd love to. I've always wanted to have a go. Always wanted to have a go.
It's more difficult than it looks, isn't it?
I know, apparently so. Apparently so. Mm.
Can you do it properly, Charlotte, can you? Ah. Why have you got a potter's wheel? That's really... Oh, so you bought one to practice. Oh, okay. Oh. Anyway, Anyway, we've got lots to come on this show, haven't we? Lots of great demos coming up.
Do you know we have? We've got
Yes.
a ton of stuff to get through as well, because we only touched on some of them. So what we've done with this, because it is the monthly makes, it's literally all the brilliant things we've brought over the month. And we did say, me and Johnny talked about this last week, we're going to try and bring so many different ones in, of obviously the new launches, but things that we had on at great deals as well. So I'm going to try and cram some different demos in this show. And there won't be no repeats. Even if I am bringing another collection back, there won't be no repeats of any demos. They're all fresh demos that I've got lined up for you. So I'm right looking forward to it. Can't wait to get started.
Yes, let's get started and quickly show you the limited deal that we have for you. Very busy for this. It is only available today up until midnight tonight, and then it will disappear. The reason behind that is because the deal is too good to leave it on for any longer. What we've done is we've popped together 72 of our classic pens and put them in an amazing deal. Now, what we've got is 6 lots of 12. That's 72 pens in total. And we've got these across a whole different range of colours. Our classics, of course, alcohol markers. You've got your fine tip one end, you've got that chisel nib another end. So absolutely perfect for all of your colouring, for all of your blending. I always forget with these as well, you know, not just onto your cardstock. Obviously, these will take onto lots of other things as well, like your wood, your glass, your metal, and so on and so forth. But what I love about the selection that we've put together, we've got 12 of our brights there. You've then got in this collection is your vintage. Is you'll find that you've got a lot of the tones here which blend beautifully together. Might not necessarily be in the same packet, but you've got lots of different blends, lots of different tones to make these work beautifully together. That one there was your nature. You've then got in there your jewel tones as well. You've got the 12 set of your florals. And you've also got the 12 set of pastels in there too. Like we said, a lovely collection, lots of blendability with these. And, you know, these are for everybody, but in my own little mind, I always see these potentially as a little step up from the tri-blends. If you're currently using those where you've got like the 3 blend in one pen, these, of course, is the 1 blend within a pen, but the fact that we're giving you 72 here, you'll find lots of darker and lighter and mid-tones that you can blend together with the colours that you've got within the set. Now, 72 pens in total, very busy for this deal because it actually works out, you can do the maths here, the 72 pens, £72, pound a pen, which is ridiculous for one of our classics. If you're in the US, it's $1.45. Again, a crazy price for pens of this quality. If you're platinum, it comes down even further to 80p per pen, or as Johnny said earlier on, 40p per nib. And if you're in the US, $1.16. Now that would be a crazy deal in its own right, and you would snap that up every day of the week. Artist quality, professional pens for £1 or $1.45. However, you might be going, well, this is great. I really want to snap this deal up, but I could do with a bit of storage. You can have it. 6 pen trays, it stores 72 pens, as if we planned it, and that free. You're getting it for free, worth £19 or $24.95. And again, just to show you, all of those trays are there for you. They each hold your one set of your pens, so you've got plenty of room. And again, whether you want to stack them upwards, whether you want to stack them side to side, whether you want to stack them on a stagger, you can do. I think that is a tremendous, tremendous deal. Please do not miss out on it. You are getting that for free. You're getting the pens for £1 or $1.45. What a deal that is, but it won't be here tomorrow. It will be not spoken of because it's the kind of deal that we cannot have any longer than midnight tonight. 57.60 or 83.52 is the deal. Now, also very popular, Totally Tiffany goodies. Very, very busy. These have been in the break. We've got the storage and supply cases. You've got the 2 tray one, the 4 tray, and also the 6 tray storage. These are always very popular whenever we bring these to you. You've got the plastic trays, of course, inside there. However, look at the price. You're saving $10.97 or $13.97. It's a 25% saving, $25.60 or $32.80. There's other Totally Tiffany goodies on the shop today. We won't get round to it all, but there's a brilliant deal where you can get the new buddy bags, Chastity and Faylane. And also, there's another brilliant deal which I spotted earlier on where you can get 10 buddy bags with a free lowest tote, if that's still available. Oh, it's gone!
Yeah, gone. Yep.
What do I know? Just shows you though how busy we are and why you need to snap these up. Lots of the buddy bags went on their own, you see, that's what it was. One thing which I can confidently say we do still have in stock are our slide pop-up dies. These are brilliant.
I love them.
And we absolutely loved it when we launched these earlier on in the month. 50 bonus points you're getting here. So this is the thing to stress. Whilst a lot of the deals have disappeared, a lot of the showstoppers have gone, various collections that we had which were full, we can't bring you the full collections, we just bring you a selection of them. We're giving you the best deals where we can. But in this instance, we're bringing you what we launched this at. So the same price for the slide pop-up dies, and you're still going to get the 50 bonus points. We could very well have gone, well, you should have got it at launch, not giving you 50 bonus points. You're 4 weeks late on this. No, we're saying you can have that same price, you can have the 50 bonus points. This is such a fun collection, right? Because you've got the worker mechanisms to create that slide pop-up effect, and you get a whole host of other decorative dies included in there too, alongside even more nesting dies, which are super cute to create little elements where you can pop your balloons, pop a little butterfly, pop a little sentiment on. But these two here are the elements that you're going to use to create that slide pop-up effect. If you love things like your scratch reveals, you'll absolutely love these. If you love cards which have that sort of hidden element, that fun effect, then you'll absolutely love these. And don't just think about popping these on cards, maybe for boxes. I remember when we launched these as well, Sarah made like a little, it's like a triple easel card with these on. You can use these on absolutely all sorts. But if you've got a message that you want to hide, if you've got something that you want to say and you just want to have a little bit of fun with it, this is a really, really fun way of doing it. Obviously on our board here, I mean, there's nothing under there, is there? There's no message, but I'm sure Debbie will have some beautiful cards that we can show you how to use these. But so much fun. Pop a little message under there. Maybe pop a little photo under there, Debbie. I mean, these are fun. And the thing is, they're nice and simple to make, aren't they?
So easy to put together, a lot easier than they look. And they are, I call them the one-set wonders. They're one of the one-set wonders where you've got absolutely everything on there to create not only that slide and pop mechanism, but all the extra bits to do the decoration, the embellishments, lots of different ways that you can use them. And I'm going to show you the different ways you can use them as well.
Nice.
But they are really good fun, and you've got this sliding element that pops out and pops up, which is just absolutely phenomenal. And like you said, it could be a little play on your collections. There's no one like you, which would look absolutely brilliant in itself. So that's one of the ways that you can use them. But of course, you can take them into any style of your card making as well. So you've got this lovely slide and pop. You can do, well, you can throw absolutely everything to it if you want. That's a lovely one that's got everything in there. This one's a gorgeous one, which is a double slide and pop. So it could be a double message that you're going to pop onto there. However, they have been designed with this in mind. So just so I can show you, when you slide and pop, you have this die set in here to create an aperture. So you can create your apertures. So it gives it a little bit extra element. So that one looks like you're actually looking through it. So I absolutely love the whole concept behind this. And that's why I wanted to show you this one. If I get time later on today, I know I said I weren't going to do any repeats, but we might come and do this one later on.
Do it.
Yeah, why not? But shall I show you how they work?
Please.
Because they really are a lot easier than they look. And this is the bit that you're going to be able to get so creative with your different papers, your different styles. Just so easy to use. Now, the dies, there's such a lot on your sheet in terms of all that embellishments, the ones that are going to create you, not only just your mats and layers, but also your aperture ability with the dies that you've got in here too. But the two main ones are these two. So this is what's going to create that slide and pop out feature. So you've got the two pieces, and I've done them in a contrasting colour so I can show you how easy they are to put together as well. But let us go ahead and run this through our machine. So pop it in, pop it through your machine, and then I'll show you how easy it is to put together. And we've got lots of tuition throughout. Since we did the launch, we've had, I think, every craft expert's had a go with them.
Oh, really?
So yeah, I do believe that, because I'm pretty sure. Johnny, did you say how lovely Lily's in there with you? I'm pretty sure, if Lily can correct me or if she can remember, I think I did the craft along with this. I'm pretty sure I did the craft along. I thought so, yeah, I thought so. I thought I did the craft along. I think I did the double, I think it was a double feature I did with it. Pretty sure it did. Anyway, you can go and check that back, but we've got lots of tuition on there. Anyway, let's just show you how these two pieces are put together. So, first things first. This is the two worker dies, and I'll just get rid of all the bits that we don't need. Yeah. And you've got on here, and you can see it quite clearly, a little tab that sticks out and a little tab that's cut away. That means that that's going to sit onto the top, and that's going to create the slider, and you're just going to connect the two. And to do that, it's a lot easier than it looks, because you've got, and you'll see the shape of it. It's got like this little bit cut away. That's the bit you fold forward.
Okay.
pop that on, and I give it a little burnish. It's already got the score line in. All I'm doing is reinforcing that. And then you've got this piece here as well. Now, this piece comes in with its own little open window that you push back and you push down. And then you're just going to pop in there your additional score lines. Now, the only thing that I've done different with this one, Ben, is I've actually just popped a little bit of faux stitching round using our art liner to create a little bit of a faux stitching technique. It's very easy to do, and you just take your little art liners to create this, and I've just done a few little crosses and then gone around there. But I'm going to connect the two. So the way we're going to do it is that this needs to sit underneath this tab. Now, I try and make things easy for myself when I'm doing this, so I'll do it and I'll show it the way that I do it. Some of the other experts, what's an expert?
What?
An expert. An expert.
Oh, expert. I thought you said an ex-Smurf.
No, I thought that was coming out of your mouth as well. I've just been talking to Christina about this in cafe.
What about Smurfs?
No, about all the daft words that we come out with.
No, don't put me within your daft word group.
No, I know,
Never
but
hear
I
me
mean
say a
the
daft
ladies
word.
of a certain age.
Oh.
Yes, we were having a little chinwag and because...
Oh, is Christina the same, is she?
Yes, and we were talking and I was telling her about our little Titanic scene earlier.
Oh, yes.
And I told her, because it came, and it all stemmed from a little bit of a hot flush.
It
That's
did.
what it stemmed from.
Yes.
So that's what we were talking, chatting away, and we're talking about the daft words that we come out with, and sometimes the words we can't come out with, and we just left in limbo.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we were talking about.
I do get that, though. I mean, not the hot flushes, but I do get the days when I can't think of the word that I want to say. And it's like a really simple word.
I know.
You know, when you're thinking of a word like, I don't know, window. And you can see it, but you just can't
You can't say it.
say what it is.
It's daft, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, Johnny, have you heard him? He's doing dad daft jokes in his ears.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Daft.
Daft
Oh,
jokes.
dear Lord. Whew. Back to the demo. Yes, before I get myself into any trouble. So, this tab I've just lined with a little bit of red liner tape. Now, I make this easy for myself because I'm not going to try and thread it through and push it in. I'm just turning it over. Or you can just push it up and then we're going to connect the two together. So, basically, if I just do this, this is just going to sit onto that bottom tab so that when it's close together, make sure that I've got that the right way around. When it's close together, it will give you that pull, like this.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to show you again. So, let's pop the red liner tape off. And I'm going to come in and I'm just going to line it. So, I'm going to turn it over because I know that needs to match up and sit in. And again, also I'm just going to do is, I wish I'd done this in a darker colour now so that you could see it. But literally sit that there into the bottom. Make sure it's nice and flush. So you can pull it towards yourself if you can't see it. Pull it towards yourself before before you're happy with, before you decide where you're going to pop it. Make sure it's nice and flush. You need these two white gaps to either side. So you're just going to pop that in, and that creates the... It's so easy.
Well, it's very smooth as well, isn't it?
Very smooth. And that is because we've made this, and if I just bring it in just again, this spare one, we've made it where it's bigger here either side. I don't want you trimming that down, because if you trim that down thinking we've done a little bit of design fault or something like that, no, you won't. What you'll end up with it coming out. It'll come out from the sides and it won't make that transition really smooth. So that's why it's deliberately made that slightly bit bigger. And also I'm going to do, now I'm happy with where it's positioned, I'm just going to make sure I've got that nice contact, that nice burnish, because this should sit flush into that little recess so you can see it there. So again, then we're just going to bring I've already decorated the card. I mean, this is a little aperture card that I've created using some of our nesting dies and some of my favourite papers. And I've just done my little celebrate this day underneath because I'm going to attach that, and this is going to be now the slider. So cool. That's going to sit inside. So rather than having it on the front, I thought, I'll have it on inside. Change it up a little bit. Now, the next bit and the next important bit before I just start popping all my layers together is making sure that when you come to pop your worker mechanism in, I'm just going to pop that just down there for a second. Let that be drying while we talk about it. So let's come in. Attach that on. Yep, the next bit that we need to do is where do we put the glue? Well, you can see bottom, side, side.
Not on the slidey bit.
Nothing on the top.
No.
Nothing on the top. If you put anything going across there, you're going to stop this from moving.
Yeah.
And that's the last thing you want to do. So you can attach it, and I know I've not done it when I've been demonstrating with it. I've not done it myself, but you can attach it without glue. All I'm going to say is if you're going to use this, be careful not to go onto this side, which is why, I'm not going to lie, Ben, I do use red liner tape. And I just do this just so I can visually see where it is. So finger lift tape will do just as good. Your tape pen will do just as good. But because the eyes don't work the way they used to anymore.
I know the feeling.
I know. It's so sad, isn't it?
I know.
Yeah.
You get old.
You do.
Not that you're old.
Oh, you smooth talker, you. You smooth talker.
I'm just thinking as well, like, could you like build this up a little bit? So, I don't know, so you could almost like put like a, I don't know, something like a chocolate coin or something underneath the slider.
Yep, because what you'd do is you would need to put foam pads.
Yeah,
this is when you put 2 or 3 layers of foam pads on, so you've got a bit of smooth transition. So yeah, you can absolutely do that. So again, I'm just going to take off my tape liner backing. And then I'm going to just attach that onto the front because I want a bit of wiggle time. I'm actually going to use a little bit of wet glue just to give myself that little bit of time to be able to slide it into place. That's just my personal choice because I know what I'm like. If I pop it down and I haven't got it lined up properly, it can end up looking a little bit. So before I do it, I'm just going to, yeah, that's perfect, and sit that into there. And then now I'm happy with it, that's when I'm going to pop that down. And again, just on the 2 sides and the bottom panel so that this has the ability to slide with nothing in the way. And then you've got your dies in the centre to create the aperture. Like I said, I will, if I get time, show you the other one, because this is when you could be then using these dies to create some really good fun bits that stick on the top that have got a see-through element that give it an added layer, added texture, which looks incredible. But I'm going to use mine just as a nesting die that's going to sit on, and I've taken a couple of those oval shapes and it's going to sit onto the bottom. However, before I do, I've actually just cut myself a couple of little pieces to sit on so it matches with the papers.
Yeah.
So again, bit of wet glue into there. Get my balloons the right way up.
Get you what, the right way up?
My balloons.
Oh, your balloons.
Yes, my balloons the right way up. I want to make sure they're the right way up.
That's it.
And again, just on the back panel as well. And then again, when I talk about one set wonder, you've got balloons on here, 2 different shapes on there. You've got love hearts, butterflies, some florals, some foliage, some bows, as well as the stars that honestly, it's jam-packed full. There's 32 dies for that price that you see on the screen, plus the additional bonus points, for me, make this absolutely an incredible deal. It really is. So I'm going to line mine just flat, and I'm going to have it a little bit, I say halfway up, but so it like kind of matches halfway between the score line. So I'm just going to pop my tape just onto there. And again, this is when you could be adding texture, adding layers. You could actually pop a foam pad or 2 on there to lift those levels.
Oh, yes.
So again, I'm just coming in, popping that into the centre. I've cut myself a little star, but I've already put a foam pad on because what I want to do is add some floating balloons. And when I say floating balloons, I'm actually going to put one behind the back of the tab, and it's going to sit on some acetate. And again, I'm just going to use my tape just onto there. I'll do it onto the back of my balloon. There we go. And then just attach that. And I've just cut little strips of acetate. I know it's very difficult to see in that camera, but if I just shine it, there you go, with the lights, you can see there. And that's just to add, again, just a little floating element to me balloons. And
I went to the shop in between shows, actually.
Did you?
Yeah, because it's Charlotte's birthday this week.
Oh, yes.
I went to buy some balloons for her.
Oh, bless you.
Last time I went to the shop, you could get a packet of balloons for £1.
Yep.
Went today.
Yep.
£5.
£5 for some balloons?
Well, that's inflation for you.
Oh, do you know? Oh, my days. Why did I fall for that? Ben.
What?
Your jokes.
Yep. Are terrible.
Are real dad jokes.
Jokes.
Bad dad jokes.
Some people say I should write a book.
Some people said you what?
Some people say I should write a book.
People want you to write a book on your dad that? Well.
At least, I can think of 2 people.
You can think of 2?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Gilmore.
Yes.
And Johnny, you wanted one, didn't you? And Johnny wants one. So, oh, Charlotte wants one as well, so that's 3.
Ah, look at Charlotte. Don't you bring me into that. Don't you bring me into that. She's in. Lily wants one as
She's
well.
in the gallery.
Ah.
If there's...
Sarah does.
Yeah,
oh, well,
that's
look,
4.
that's 4 sold.
Let me know in the comments if you think this could be a go, and I'll see what I can do. Susie on the socials has just done 3 little emojis going like that. Get those ones. She loves me really, though.
Oh dear. So I'm just going to lay in my balloons and they're going to float a little bit off the top with me acetate there.
Oh dear.
Though, do you know, there'll be people clamouring to buy that. I can just see it now. Book signings galore.
Can you imagine?
Up and down the breadth of the country. International.
Waterstones.
Waterstones, yeah. I can just see it now.
Yeah.
And Charlotte's going, yeah, I'll buy one. That's what I just heard her say.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, I didn't hear her say that. Did you, Ben?
I heard her say,
I heard her say
one.
that, yeah. I thought I heard her say that.
Yeah.
Are people actually going to Charlotte,
if I wrote a joke book, I'm sure there'd be queues at bookshops up and down the country. the queues would be there hours before. People would be camping outside in their tents to wait for that book. Isn't that right, everybody?
Yes, Ben.
Thank you, Debbie.
Yes, Ben. Since nobody else answered you, God love you. Bless you.
It's like being at home, this.
Right, so I've put my balloons on, I've put my star on to cover my little elements. I've popped one here so that it can help actually pull the tab out.
Oh, that's amazing.
So I like that idea of popping just one onto there and celebrate the day. I just want to give it an added little bit of extra. So I'm going to pop on here. So I've got on my little Xyron. Actually, do you know what I've not done? Actually, be a good demonstration actually for those people who've got Xyron. I normally have this all pre-prepped ready and just peel off. However, you know what a Xyron is, don't you, Ben?
It's a little sticky machine.
Little sticky machine, yep.
Have we still got them in stock?
Well, we can go and check. Our producer Johnny can go and check, yep.
Oh.
So I've just lined it on. Which one have you got in, produced?
Oh, the square one and the X one as well.
Oh, I've got both.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, well,
Oh,
because the X one is the one that you can get refillables for.
Oh, okay.
So this is the one that you refill. So this is a machine that will last you. This is a throwaway one. But saying that, you get a lot on there. You simply put your die cut element through, pull it out. So you pull, I'm not going to do too much because I'm put one through. Pull it out, tear it off, and then you get this. And then but you need to adhere it. So normally you can rub across there, but sometimes you can miss. So a lovely tip that our Fiona showed us was pop it onto your plate, on your Gemini, pop your rubber mat over the top, then pop your plastic shim, and then your other cutting plate over the top. And run that through, and what that does is it pushes the pressure of the glue into the die cut. You peel back your tab. You don't have to do this. You can, if you've got, and I'll be totally honest with you, I sometimes just use my dry cleaning brush and go over the top.
Okay.
But you just need to connect, you just need to disconnect the, you need to like disconnect the glue that's at the back of it.
Yeah.
But this makes life easy peasy, and which is why I've done it this way. So it's a good way of showing you how to do that for those who've never used a Xyron before. And then I'm going to peel that off. And then all I'm going to do is add these elements to the front of my card. So I'm just going to pop that there.
Cool.
But yeah, it's all, so I've not had to work or worry on how to put them together, how to get that glue. So it's that, do you know, if you haven't got a dotty tape pen, it's the next best thing, as I'm sure Lily will agree with me. Literally, I can't live without mine, and I know that I'm not the only one that can't live without it.
You're making a card for Charlotte's birthday, 21, isn't she, this
21, week? Yeah, absolutely. I'm just trying to lift that off before I put it down. 21 plus what?
21 plus VAT.
Plus?
VAT.
8 years VAT.
And a bit more VAT. Double VAT.
Double? I'll let you say that one. Yes, be nice, she's saying, be nice. And I'm just using, again, although I didn't use me with love, are you proud of me?
I am proud of you, actually, yes.
I've used the congrats, I've resisted. So, because congrats was in there as well, you see. So, and then I'm just going to pop that over the top to give it a little bit of a drop shadow. And we've got our lovely pop, or should I say, slide pop-up element. And this is just one way of many that you can use to create your fun concept cards, because that's nice, a nice little aperture now.
That is so much fun.
And then when you just literally take that and reveal the message that's underneath. So a really lovely way of being able to use them. And again, do you like my little balloon?
Pull the balloon. Pull it.
Pull it. Yeah, you could put a stamp on there or write on it. Pull me.
Yeah, pull
me. But yeah, just absolutely fabulous. But a really fun concept card, which is what I love about them. They're absolutely incredible. Super, super easy to achieve these looks as well.
Oh, I really like that card.
Thank you.
It's so much fun.
They are, yeah.
And nice and easy to pop together to create that mechanism of the slide and pop. And don't forget, here are all of the dies that you're going to be getting, 32 of them in total. So the worker dies, if you like, to be able to create that effect. And then look at all of the others that you're going to get here. As Debbie was saying, you've got butterflies there, you've got foliage, you've got little mini nesting dies in there too, hearts, little balloons as you saw Debbie using in that last demonstration, little bows on there. It's kind of something for every occasion really. And again, to be able to create that slide and pop mechanism, as you've seen, very, very simple to do. It's a wonderful set. And again, I think it's the kind of collection that you'll keep close by because there's lots of different elements that I think will be useful outside of this set, but that slide and pop mechanism I just think is absolutely great and so simple to achieve. The price is what you paid at launch, so $19.99 or $23.96. 50 bonus points is what you did get. You will still get your 50 bonus points as well, so absolutely worth snapping that one up. Do you know what? I realise I've not said hello to anybody today. I haven't said hello to anyone. I've said hello to no one, but I have got 5 buyers for my book, which is the most... which is the most important thing. Let me just say a few hellos because I don't want to neglect you, dear viewer. So, Carol's in from Dublin. Hey to Philip, who's in from Sunderland. Philip with the crafty guys.
Are you the chairman?
Huh?
Are you the chairman?
How did you know that? Were you watching?
President Craig.
Chairman Ben.
Chairman Ben. Yeah, I watched. No, I don't. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
How did you know them, if you didn't watch?
Well, there's other ways that you find these things out. Look at his face. How did you find out?
How did you?
Because I'm in the secret group, secret group.
What?
Because I've done the bit of the presenting side.
Yeah.
I'm in the secret group that sees the secret messages.
Oh, you're in that secret group?
I'm in that group now, so yes, I can see it there.
So you've seen some lovely messages that I put about you earlier?
I just saw... What?
Put some lovely messages in there about you earlier.
Have you?
I
was
chatting to Rachel.
I'm not going to read all through them. There's thousands of them. No.
All right, well, don't find the lovely messages that I put about you then. I won't say it to your face. No,
I
was chatting to Rachel about you on the last show whilst you were demonstrating.
Oh, you little sweetheart. Oh, bless you. Oh, no, I didn't see that, but now you've said it, I'm going to go back and read them.
Good job I didn't know that Debbie's in the group. I could have said anything, couldn't I? Can you imagine? That's Debbie. Don't like working with her.
I did. Ooh, throw some stairs. That's because I've done a stint of presenting, do you know?
I do know because
you was watching.
I was watching. And I sent you a little messoir, shouldn't I?
Oh, you did
I said
indeed.
How great
yes,
you were.
thank you. Thank you, yes.
I said you were a natural.
Oh, you little dog. I'm doing it again soon.
Well, no doubt about it.
Thank you.
Just don't get too good, yeah?
No, I promise.
Still want to be here next year. So all you crafters, know your role, yeah? And stay over that side. This is my domain. Well, work some more days then, I hear you cry. Right, okay. Stop taking holidays if you want to keep your job. Anne's in from Dorset. Hi, Carol Batchelor. Hi, Mary Pat 1000. Hi also to Stephen, who's in from Andover, Georgiana, Mary Beth and Laurie. Hi to Brenda and Tricia in Atlanta. Brenda Spicer's in from Bowlesburg, Pennsylvania. Loving Ben and Debbie today, making me lol. Lol. Hey to Thea, he says, hoi hoi everyone. Hoi hoi pipaloi. Hi also to Adriana, who says, good morning everyone from San Antonio. Michelle's in as well. And also Laurie in Gilbert. Rosalind in Maryland. Diane Cup says, hello beautiful Debbie and handsome Ben. Aww. Thank you, from Tennessee. And lots of love for the book as well. Dan says, Ben, you should write a book, I would buy it. Rosalind says, instead of a book, Ben, put all your dad jokes in a paper pad, it would sell out.
Oh.
Diane says, Ben, you write a book, you have to come to the US for a book signing.
Oh.
I'll buy a book, says Evelyn, your jokes are great. Stephen Lee guy says, Phil scoffed and Hollywood jumped the queue to buy one, Ben, lol. Yes, I understand that joke now, I've just got that one. And Philip says, why not try and create a CD of Ben's songs, show theme tunes, then a bonus track of jokes and humour from all the staff. I love that idea. All the songs, then the theme tunes, apart from Masterclass, and then a few jokes as well. Philip, maybe we'll do it for Christmas. Although nobody really buys CDs anymore, do they? Do they?
Yes.
Do they?
Yes.
Oh.
When something comes out that you want, yes, I buy them.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
I thought you'd be more on your sort of, listening on your
I do, but I like a physical CD. I get physical CD. I like to hold it in my hand and see it and feel it. Because you do, don't you? And then listen to it.
Yeah.
Only thing is now I haven't got a CD player.
Oh, well, that's no use.
Apart from my computer, so I stick it in the computer and whack it through there. I haven't found it in my car yet, Johnny. I know it's in there somewhere, but I just haven't found it.
Do you want me to have a look in the break to show you? Yeah.
I've only had it 2 years, but I know there's one in there, but just don't know where it is.
Well, it won't be in the boot.
No, that's very true. That's very true.
What is she like, eh? What is she like?
Bosh.
What's that? Some posh cars you put CD players in the boot, Johnny? Oh, you put all your CDs. Oh, but that's like one of the ones that has like 8 mixing. Yeah. Anyway. Hi, Rhonda says, good morning, Ben, Debbie and crew, Team Social and all my wonderful crafty peeps from all over the world from a sunny but chilly Chicago morning. And Brenda says, how many pages long would the joke book be, Ben? Oh, it'd be like War and Peace, wouldn't it? Who said too long? I heard that, Charlotte. I heard that. It would be, I don't know, probably about 50 pages, maybe. I got a lot of jokes. Some probably wouldn't make it because, bit rude. But generally, most of them PG. Shall we move on?
We shall.
To the stamp. Now, this deal is incredible, right? So, yesterday, we did a ridiculous deal where... Well, let's get straight to the chase here. Let's get straight to the chase. Yesterday, we said, have a Midi for free.
What?
Yeah. Have a Midi for free.
You are jesting.
I am not jesting. Pardon you. So, yesterday we only had a small amount of these, and unsurprisingly, they sold out. So Sarah said, we've got loads of Midis, because this was like a little limited deal that we put together. She said, we've got loads of Midis, seeing as these were so popular and feeling very generous, let's put another deal together. So what we've done is we've popped together a different set of, well, there's one different die, basically, from the set that you got yesterday. However, the deal remains the same. You buy the stamp and die collection I'm about to show you, we will give you the Midi machine for free. Zip, zilch, zero, nada, nothing. Wow. And here's the other thing just to think about before I show you the dies that you're going to get. The price you're paying is $63.95 or $78.79. Look at the price of the Midi, $69.99 or $89.95. If you're platinum, $51.16 or $63.03 just represents amazing value for money. You're paying less than what you would normally pay for a Midi anyway to get all of the goodies and the Midi for free. So these are the dies that you'll buy. The only change is this one here. Yesterday in the connecting sentiment dies, you had the one which said thanks. This one says congrats. That's the only difference. So you've got that gorgeous connecting sentiments die. Congrats, proud of you. They're brilliant, actually. Create that focal point of your sentiment at the forefront of your card. And the way that those cut and keep the card intact and keep the structural integrity of your card intact is just brilliant. And they're really, really fun dies to work with. So you're getting that one in the bundle. You're also getting the 5x5 abstract splash from the Enchanted Dreams collection, that beautiful stencil. On top of that, if you love, again, the Creator Cards effect, you've got that beautiful frame. This one is that love, creates that gorgeous, gorgeous frame around the outside. Then you've also got, when you cut these out, lots of other little offcuts that you'll be able to use for things like your shakers. You've got the love sentiment die in there as well, and then a selection of stamps, so you can build up your own sentiment, things like love you, love is all that matters, with love, and lots more. We're then giving you one of our template and die sets from our Iris Folding collection, that one being the Poppy. Once again, you've got everything you need there aside from the papers, but I would imagine you've probably got lots of papers at home that you can use to create that Iris Folding effect. And again, if you love cards that do something fun, you're going to get the Waterfall die set. This one is the Butterfly Kisses, so it gives you the opportunity to be able to create that really fun effect of the butterflies fluttering away as you pull the tab. That's the worker die that you're going to be getting. Alongside that, you're going to be getting all of the stamps and the dies to be able to create that effect that you're seeing on the front of the card there. So you buy those, and yes, no catch, no word of a lie, no jesting and joking now. This is me being serious. Free.
Oh.
And of course you get your plate and your folder included as well. Really simple to use. Great machine is this. 6x9, of course, the size of your folder. That does your die cutting. That you're going to use with your 2D embossing folders. It's lightweight, it's manual, it cuts like an absolute dream. Cuts and embosses as well as your electronics. And the great thing, of course, is you don't need to plug it in, which is great, particularly in these times as the electricity bills are rocketing sky high. It's so simple. You don't need the power in the CD. You don't need to plug it in. Some would say
it's the simplicity without the electricity. Yay! I love it. Honestly, I can't get over that.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
I genuinely thought when you were saying we're going to give you a free Midi, I thought, see on about. I was like, until you showed all of those things you're paying for and you're getting the Midi for free.
Yep.
That is absolutely a fantastic, I don't care what anyone says. Oh, Sarah put that one together. Because that is an amazing, amazing deal. And I'll tell you now, I've got my Mini, I've got my Junior, they all have a place in your house. And I, especially at night time, I've told you this story before, it's true, I've got my next door neighbours, my craft room is right onto the next, where they sleep at night. She works nights, he gets up really early in the morning, I don't want to disturb him with an electronic sounding or anything. So I use my Midi or my Mini. And I definitely can vouch for it. The power of that machine is phenomenal. For a non-electronic die cutting machine, it's absolutely fabulous. That deal is off the chart, or as our Sarah would say, dabomb.com.
Yeah, and she'd also say boom shakala.
Boom shakala, is that a new one?
That's a new one.
Boom shakala, I like that one as well.
And also, I would vouch for that because it's the only machine I ever use.
Oh, you do? Yeah. Have you given it back yet?
No. Charlotte
Yes.
just went, because it's the only machine you ever nicked.
It's from our gorgeous Craigie.
I've just borrowed it on a long loan.
A long loan, there's such a thing, yeah. Yeah.
Can you imagine? Yeah, next we're taking out the OG under my jacket like that. Just borrowing it for a bit. No, but honestly, it is a great machine. Please don't miss out on this deal today. We can't give away Midis for free forever, so just grab it whilst you can. It's one of those days where I say, just buy. Now, if you want extra folders, then have a look at this deal, because obviously with your Midis and your Minis, for example, your consumables are those folders. And this is a great deal. So we're giving you 2 of the folders and 1 of the shims, which again, you won't need initially, but it's nice to have these in backup for when you do. And basically, you get 1 of those folders for free within the deal. So stock up now. Get the deal today where you get the free Midi. You obviously get a folder and a shim in there already, but then get more because you will need them further down the line. So it's better to get them when we're giving items away for free rather than paying full price. Trying to help you out here. £11.19 platinum or $15.13 if you're platinum and shopping in the US. Hey, Laurie from Pennsylvania. Mary Pat saying, what a super cute card Debbie just made. Betty Gossel, Betty in Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping another plane, says, my sister has her own publishing company if you're interested, Ben.
Oh!
Whereabouts? Betty, you have to let us know. Road trip to Oklahoma, says Charlotte. I'm there.
I'm there.
Tracy Madden says, 50 pages? You mean 1 joke per page, Ben? I have many more than that. And Terry Anderson says, hello from Ohio. Hey, Terry, I'd like to pre-order a Ben book. Marvellous. Well, this is all good news. This is all good news. We've sold enough now. Thinking about maybe going to the States to sell them. I reckon we've sold enough now to probably get us to the end of the road. Oh, Lily's mum wants one as well, which is marvellous. All right, this is business is picking up here. We'll see what we can do. Look at me with my hands.
I know, he's like, oh,
this time next year,
I'll be a millionaire.
Can we just have a quick look at 2 brand new buddy bags, which launched last week. Meet Chastity and Faylene. Now, you can buy these individually should you wish. However, you don't want to do that because if you buy them together, which everyone is doing, you'll get 50 bonus points, which is what you got on the launch. £20.78 or £23.98. This one is Chastity. Now, once again, like if you love the buddy bags, you know just how great these are. Beautifully made, always see-through, because one of Tiffany's big things, isn't it, about making and maximising the most of your space and your storage, but also knowing actually what you've got in items like this, because there's no point having them in a bag and you can't see what's in there, because chances are you forget about what's in there, won't use it, and there's no point storing it. These, you can see exactly what you've got. This one is particularly good for storing your ink pads. You've got the 4 little plastic drawers that come in there. You pop those together. You've got the little rings there so you can pull those out nice and easily for when you're using them. And each one holds up to 7 ink pads. So we've got 7 of our ink pads in there. You've got 4 drawers, so 28 ink pads these will hold. However, we'll ask Debbie as well in just a second. We've popped in some of our sponges in there, some of our blending tools. This one here, we've gone a little bit bigger and popped in some of the big 50ml tubs of our gilding flakes as well. I think, Debbie, with a lot of these buddy bags, obviously, Tiffany has designed this around those kind of ink pads, but you can store in these whatever you like, really, can't you?
Absolutely, anything you want to. In terms of your storage,
yeah.
You know what you need to store.
Yeah.
You know what you've got. We're just giving you some ideas, but if you're anything like me, storage I took very seriously. Oh gosh, it's nearly a couple of years back now. And I still continue to store things nice and neatly. Everything's got a place. I know where everything is now. And it does make that little bit of a difference. But these are for you to personalise, customise, whatever that word is, for your needs and your crafty needs. It doesn't necessarily have to be what we're saying. We're just giving you those ideas, but we're giving you great storage systems, great storage solutions at great prices.
Absolutely. So that is Chastity. There you can see, white, clean, see-through. Got the little handle as well for when you're transporting her. And then we've got Faylene. Faylene. She has been designed to... It's just me now, isn't it? You're on your own. Oh, yeah. Next time I'm with Tiffany, she'll love that, won't she, eh? Or will she? You are going to get within this the ability to store 11 6x6 paper pads. But again, it's up to you what you want to store in here, really. We've got a couple of our 6x6 paper pads in here. We've got some of our card stock in there too. I mean, you might want to buy this for popping other bits and pieces in. Maybe you're working on various projects and you want to keep them all together, you can. But you can see, again, you've got that plastic insert with inside the actual buddy bag itself, keeping everything neat and tidy. I just think, I mean, we've got 2 little... By the way, you don't get these included. This is just for demonstration purposes. But I think, bags like this are great when you do get down to the last few sheets of a particular pad. So... This, I don't know what that cardstock is actually. Is that just cut down to size?
Oh.
Johnny's just asking.
Actually, yes, it could well be, because we do some trimming down for our lovely Sarah sometimes. Yeah, it might
Trim
be
down.
Sarah's box that.
Yeah. But again, you can see, you can house so much in here. And as I was saying, if you've got kind of pads which you're getting towards the end of, you don't want to get them dogged and ripped and lost, pop them inside a bag like Faylene and they will be kept beautifully in one piece for you. She's double flapped as well, actually triple flapped, because you've got 2 flaps on the side, flap on the front as well, with that hook and mesh system. And once again, see-through, so you know what's in there, white, clean, storing nice and easily on your shelf for you. And then when you want to use them, you can simply use the handle on the side, get those off and carry them wherever you need them to go. £50 or £50, £20.78 or £23.98 with 50 bonus points is what I meant to say. Right, a few comments still coming through. Kathy says, Ben, if you're doing a road trip, don't forget Mechanicsburg. How could I forget Mechanicsburg? Never forget Mechanicsburg. What's that? We could land into Mechanicsburg International Airport. Is there an airport there in Mechanicsburg? And Betty says, Betty's sister, who works in publishing, works in Columbia, Missouri. She can work a great deal for you. It needs to be a great deal because I've only got 5 people buying it so far, so it would have to be a good one, wouldn't it? It would have to be a good one. Right, next up. Oh no, that's not those, is it?
That's not them. No, that's not them. That's the inverted. So it's the gatefold. So they're the layered gatefold edgeables.
Yeah, I know where they are.
Yeah, can you not find them?
Did I?
You see, this is the problem. He's got the idea of the book in his head now.
Sorry.
And,
so
ideas of grandeur and all that.
Yeah, I'm not thinking about anything else. I'm just thinking what I'm going to spend my millions on. Now I've got this great book deal. Yes, sorry. the layered edge dies. Yes, because you, of course, Debbie, showed us these earlier on this morning on Wake Up Call. These are £30.40 or $35.20 if you're platinum, saving $26.95 or $30.75, coming to you in 5 different shapes. And the clever thing about this, of course, is that not only are these going to be able to create that really cool and different designed gatefold, but very easily allowing you to create the mats and layers for these too. And then also the layers for within the centre of your particular project too. But once again, that's not to say that you have to use all of these together every time you use them. You've got some really handy nesting dies alongside those layered edge dies as well, Debbie, haven't you?
Exactly, yeah. And that's what I love about these. They're creating that perfect mat and layer piece that goes inside. So once you've created the gatefold, however, I'm going to show you in a second, it's not just about gatefolds. They've been designed with gatefolds in mind, lovely shapes, but they've got the nesting die ability in there. But then the 2 outside dies are the ones that are going to create the perfect mats and layers. So you don't have to work it out anymore because those dies are included.
That's it. It's a good set, isn't it? That if you are someone who doesn't like having to measure and write down numbers and stuff, these are absolutely perfect and all measured with precision for you. So that one's your ellipse frame. If you want to buy these individually, you've got your vintage ticket. That one is your deco square. Might work quite nicely with some of your Roaring 20s goodies.
Oh, absolutely. 2 of those definitely would.
Yeah, stylish mosaic, and then that one there is your scallop circle. So altogether £30.40 or $35.20. Let's have a look at some of your cards, Debbie, that you've got.
Because I am going to show you how to use them, but I'm going to do it in a different way. Because yes, we've got the layered edge factor and the gatefold factor, but I want to show you the lovely shaped cards you can make with these as well. So this is how they've been intended to work. So you've got that perfect mat and layer that sits into there perfectly into your gatefold. Of course, it means then you can take it into like a double gatefold. The one I've just shown you was a single one. This is now a double one, and you've got the ability to do that with those fabulous layers. But look at the precise mats and layers.
Yeah.
That would take forever to work out, Ben, believe you me. But then you can use your dies to create some really fun shaped cards.
Clever.
So that's really clever in terms of it's like a reverse diesel.
Back to front,
back to front. But what about, and this is what I tried to show when I launched these, all the different ways that you can use them. Perfect mat and layer. And then the lovely ability to give it that floating element. Take it into your things like your different things that you own in your collections. This is a gorgeous one, but again, perfect mats and layers being done for you because the die does all the hard work. And then again, another fancy shape one here. This is a lovely trifold, but then again, you can see that you can have a little bit of fun with them as well. So that's been staggered, one at the bottom, one at the top, and then you can use your centerpiece to create something really quite... this is why I actually look at these. I know I think they're from the Elements range, but I really feel like these should be tagged under the edgeables and under the creator cards because of all the different ways that you're going to be able to use them. Let me just make sure I'm putting those in the right basket. Would you like to see a demo? So let me show you. So I'm going to bring in, I've got some mats. I said matting and layering. I'm going to show you how to do it. So I've got my 2 pieces of cardstock, main one being my card blank. Then I've got a piece of cardstock or paper, whatever paper you want to use from. I've taken this from the garden party. And I've just given myself a little bit of an indication where I want this because I'm going to create an off style card using the dies. Now, you get 2 outer parts, and I say 2 outer parts. This is the outer edge. This is what's going to create your mats and layers for your paper. And make sure I get that the right way around. That's for your paper. So I'm just going to put that to one side so I don't confuse myself because I get a little bit lost sometimes with these things, Ben.
Do you?
I do, yeah.
I can't imagine that.
And then you've got the 2. Now this would create your apertures for you because this creates the cutout. This creates the straight edge. But I'm only going to use 1 rather than the 2.
Okay.
So rather than 2 together, if I just bring this back in just for a second, let me see if I can get that to show you. Rather than doing it this way, I'm going to use 1. And so I'm going to pop those to one side. We'll come back to those in a minute. I've already put my halfway mark because this is like a 6x6 card. And I'm just going to line that up. Make sure you get it the right way around, Debbie, not that way. There we go. I want it to come in on itself because I want to create a little bit of a fancy fold. So I'm going to hold it down with some low tack tape on both sides, like so. And then we'll run that through our Gemini. So I'm going to spread out my card now because I don't want the whole of that to go through. And I'm going to pop it on. Now then, it is a straight, simple edge. So I'm going to try it without the magnetic shim. You know, talk about shims and about your longevity of your plates, and if you're using intricates, get your magnetic shim in there. I'm going to try the die cut element without the magnetic, and I heard the crunch. Because it's a straightforward, simple die. There's not a lot to it, and I don't mean that in a derogatory. Is that a word? Derogatory.
Yeah, derogatory.
Have I said that right? Mm-hmm. Ooh, get me. I don't mean it in that sort of way, taken away from the dies. I'm just meaning in terms of it's simple, it's a straight edge, it's one line from top to bottom, so you don't need as much pressure as you would do with a normal intricate die. And then we can take that out, and that's now created this lovely shaped fold cards, like a half gatefold. That I could use for something else, so I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm going to keep hold of it. Now, when it comes to the next piece, so that was the outer die. Well, that was we'll call it the next one in, the second die in. I'm going to put those back. You've got your nesting dies. The ones that create the larger one is the one that you need to create the panel that's going to sit in there nice and neatly and give you that perfect edge. And the reason being it's the larger one is because if you think about it, you need it to set back. You need that frame. You need that matte and layer frame. Now, with your cardstock or your chosen papers, I'm just going to trim this down to size. I know that this is 6 inches and that's 3. So I know that my panel that I can start with and make life easy for yourself, I can chop this down already into place. I'll come in at 3. And I'll come in at 6. I can always chop down afterwards once I've got that lined up. And then I'm going to bring in now that outer die, and I'm going to take it to the very edge. I'm going to take that down, and then that will create now the perfect matte and layer that's going to sit onto there. So again, just running that through on both sides. And run it through, and again, it's not a lot to it, so I'm just going to run it through again, just without the magnetic shim, running that through, and then I'll have that perfect matte and layer piece that will sit in to that panel, which is just a lot easier than me having to sit there working out how to put it together. Oh, honestly, Ben, I love doing those style of cards, but the faff, there was so much faff, and I don't want faff, I want easy. I want it nice and simple, nice and easy to create that perfect edge. Now, when I'm coming in, because I went to the 6, which is what my base is, when you come into your panel, I want you to remember, especially if you're trimming off 1/4 of an inch, because that's basically what this enables. It gives you that 1/4 of an inch effect. So I knew that that was 6, so I would have trimmed it down to 5 3/4. And the same with the panel, 3, I would have gone to 2 3/4, and it will fit in there perfectly. So for example, if I just move those out of the way, the ones that I've already done and done a little bit of an inking up, I'd already pre-done that with that 5 3/4 by 2 3/4 to create that perfect mat. But obviously that other one I can trim down. I'm going to use some of the beautiful cardstock, and I say cardstock, it's from that lovely garden. Was that
what?
Did you hear a seagull?
Seagulls,
I'm looking at Brent thinking, there's Brent making some bird noises in the corner there, because he's been ever so quiet, God love him. And I thought, is he making seagull impressions?
Brent?
Yeah. It's like, what the heck? I look round, I'm like, what's going off?
Brent's in the corner.
Yeah, Brent's in the corner. That's how quiet he is.
Yeah.
But then I'm thinking...
It was definitely seagulls outside, although Brent just said he can do a great impression of a pigeon.
A pigeon?
Go!
Like that. Come on, that.
I'll do that.
Oh.
What? Can you please come back and do that again? Because that was what was that?
I thought it was very good. Yeah.
Obviously not that good then, Ben.
I thought it was good. I thought it was good.
It was a posh pigeon, Johnny.
Pigeon. Was it from Morpeth? Little love.
Wood pigeon?
Yeah, it's a wood pigeon. Oh, God. Oh, I say. A man of many talents.
Swallow.
Go on then. Oh, no. Back to those daft dad jokes. Oh, my days, honestly. You just got on it. Well, is that one for your book, Ben? Is that one for your book?
Okay, that would be hard to do in a book, though, wouldn't it? To write that one down. Do an audio book. What is yours? don't know. I don't know. You started it. No, you didn't. The seagull
No, the
started
seagull
it.
started it. Yeah, we've come off tracks there a little bit, didn't we?
Seagull. Definitely not a New York pigeon, Michelle's just said. Seagulls like, aren't they?
That's it. Goodness me, I thought one were in there then.
Yeah.
I can't do any birds.
No?
No. I just don't know what they sound like. Annoying. I have a bird's nest out there every summer. It decides to come and take root in my great big tree outside my house.
What
and
sort
then,
of birds?
I think the pigeons, actually.
Oh. Do they do that?
What are them?
If they go bookadaboo, that is pigeon.
We're trying to come up with all different birds now, aren't we? Oh dear.
That's it now.
Oh, right, yes, that's it. So
Even Brent's leaving now.
Back into the room. I am using the nesting dies to create my mats and layers. So I've gone a craft card and popped some foam pads because that now is going to say everything has been engineered and designed to work and create the perfect mats and layers, the perfect nesting elements that sit in there and give you that lovely frame, which is what I absolutely love about these. And then the fact of the matter is, yes, they've been designed to create a layered gatefold, but they've also been created to use lots of different styles of cards, which is what I've shown you just in there. And then the last thing I'm going to do is just do a little bit of decoration. I've got me half a gatefold or a nice fancy shaped card now. Got me mats and layers. I've stamped a little with love in there and then just give it a little bit of inky blue to match the blue paper, and the paper's there in the background. And then all I'm going to do now, Ben, is just add a few little extra decorations, which you all have to have a little bit of decoration in your life. And I'm just going to decorate now around the outside all of these lovely pieces. And I'm just going to come in and make sure I've got a nice bit of glue just down there. And I've just used some of me, now I want to say, do you know the dies that we did with the flowers?
Oh, the...
And I can hear Lily at background. Lily will probably be able to remember. She's so good at remembering them. Thank you, Lily. Those lovely flower dies. They were those. There were the skeleton one in there, weren't they?
Outline floral dies.
Yes. Thank you.
No?
Yes. No.
I just called flower dies.
I thought it was me. I thought it was from those. Yeah. I know she's coming out with bless her. She's like the old fountain of all knowledge.
The one that looked like the particle. Is that the one?
Yes.
Yes.
The one that looked like what?
The one that looked like a... I'm not saying it. The one that looked like an atom particle from that set.
It looked like an atom particle, did it, Ben?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wherever I got it from my flower dies, my little butterfly. I mean, I love my butterflies, as you know. So I've just taken things from my crafty stash. Things that live on my desk is where I've took these from, because I do love just the whole ethos of that is that beautiful shape. This is just the, as I call it, as you know I always call it, a little bit of titivation around there to create, and just finishing it off with a couple of little gems, just to give it that little finishing touch. But honestly, so easy to use, and really versatile. I think that's the word I want to get across. They're versatile dies, these. Let me just move my little... You can stay there a second while I get me gems on there, because I want to even it up. Just one in corner, and then let me just pop now a little bit of glue just onto the back. And there you go.
Beautiful.
Really lovely. A bit subtle for me, this one, isn't it?
Well, it is.
Yeah.
Very
However,
subtle.
those dies do all the hard work. They've made the matting and the layering incredibly easy to achieve. And then your lovely styles of cards, all your different styles of cards. But look how it sits in there and fits in just absolutely perfectly. And really easy to use and so versatile. I adore these. So it's been nice to bring these back. We've had a fabulous deal on with them, which is why they're in this month's show case, because we've had a great deal on, which we've repeated. We've repeated that deal for anybody that might have missed out. As we all know, it's payday for a lot of people.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah.
So some of those deals that you might have missed out on, today is the day. What are you doing, Ben? What are you doing? Are you copying me? You're just doing me, are you?
Yeah. And then you were doing that, weren't you?
I was doing that.
Payday.
Bit of Julia Roberts, Pretty Woman. She does that when she's watching horse racing. Have you ever seen it?
I have seen Pretty Woman, but I don't remember that bit.
Like very ladylike.
Ah.
Not ladylike. That's it, yeah. I can channel me inner Julia Roberts. Yeah. So can Brent, yes. The self-proclaimed Julia Roberts of craft.
Yes, exactly right. Also able to channel his inner pigeon, as it turns out.
Yes.
If you want to get the layered edge, seriously, almost on cue. Hello. If you want to get the layered edge ties, he's back in. That was Brent, not a pigeon. These are the different shapes that you're going to be getting. So you've got your scallop circle. You've also got your stylish mosaic. What a day today has been. I'm just enjoying it so much. Your deco square. We're all in celebratory mood because Charlotte is... No, that was going to come out wrong. No, I was going to say we're in celebratory mood because Charlotte's gone off for a week. I mean, we're in celebratory mood because Charlotte's celebrating that she's off for a week and it's her birthday. I mean, we will miss her immensely. What? No, we will. We will miss you. We will. You've got your vintage ticket there as well. And then you've also got your ellipse frame as well. £30.40 or $35.20. Let's just read a few more comments and I think we're going to have a quick break and not a moment too soon. Put your jokes on the toilet roll, says Stephen. Jokes on the toilet roll so we can have a laugh whilst we're on the throne when we relax. Dan says,
I'll go with the other answer to that one.
Ben, I will buy 100 books if you bring Debbie with you to the States when you do the book signing. You up for a road trip?
That sounds like an idea, Ben. Yeah, absolutely. Count me in.
Mary Beth says, did anyone know which buddy bag would be good for K-Cup coffee pods? I don't know what one of those is, but thank you, Rosalind, who says that Monica, Denise, Gail, Sue and Karen are good for the K-Cups. She has hers in Monica, so there you go. Apparently they're the little 1-cup pods that you put in your coffee machine.
Oh, yes,
Yeah, the little...
yes.
In fact, I think in our Monica we have the pods and tea bags in ours, actually. But anyway, now you know. Brenda says, maybe, Ben, you could get a contract making Christmas cracker jokes. If Cracker's Companion designed crackers, Ben could provide the jokes. Liking that idea. Hello, Crafters TV, says Gail Moore, checking in from Maryland. Hello. And also lots of messages that you're loving the bird impressions. Heather says, Ben sounds like a mourning dove. Michelle says, definitely not a New York pigeon. And Vicky Butterfield says, I loved the swallow. It made my day. Carol Guy says, I have earphones on and started laughing at all the bird noises. Hubby asked what was so funny and I tried to imitate the sounds. He laughed, but I think he was laughing at me and not the jokes. And thank you, Philip, who's also part of the Crafty Guys Club, of which I'm chairman. He says, Ben impersonates the owl well. He has a hoot every time he's presenting.
Yay!
Dove, not an owl. Thank you, Philip. Thank you, Marcella, as well. He says, what a beautiful card, Debbie. Jessica says, love your cards today, Debbie. And Carletta says, lovely card, Debbie. It's been such a great day, some great demos, lots of fun. Hope you're having as much fun as we are. We're going to take a short break and we're going to give you opportunity to check out your baskets when we come back. Lots more. And of course, look at the time as we head into the final sort of 40 minutes, 45 minutes or so. We will have the all-important demo of the show coming up. But head to the checkouts, get checked out and come back in about 3 or 4 minutes.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. So, join our family of craft experts with live tutorials and demonstrations every day. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products here on Crafters TV. Get creative and craft along with our amazing deals. Your next craft project is only a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week or watch on catch up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook or our YouTube channel. You can chat to us, craft along and meet new friends in our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafter's Companion is magical. There's magic here.
You all had time with each other! You're not through to boot camp. Get off!
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. So, stop what you're doing and enjoy the fun here on Crafters TV. Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get your hands on the latest crafty must-haves. Leave the hard work to us while you shop from the comfort of your own living room. Head to the Crafters Companion website to see our full crafty range, or hit the Shop the Day button to see all the new and exciting products featuring on Crafters TV. Once you've filled your cart, leave it to us to get your crafty goodies to you in super quick time, so you can get on with being creative. Crafters Companion, making crafty shopping a breeze.
What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the products.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other, where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special? 100% it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part. And it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
It feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
A massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously, the people not just here at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
Welcome back, everybody. What a great day that we're having here. We were just saying how much fun today has been and how much we're loving these monthly make shows. Kind of gives us a bit of a chance to recap on all of the deals from the month gone by. If we don't get around to everything, hit the Shop the Day button. You'll see everything that we've brought to you over the course of the month. Things that perhaps we won't get around to. Things like Craft Vault deals are there. Some of the best cartload deals are there as well. Plus, on the website today, you will find our Tenner Tuesday deals. That, of course, is only running for today, the fact that it is Tuesday, but there's some really great items. Sadly, if you weren't up early enough, some of the best ones have disappeared. However, there are still some cracking deals available. If you just click on the Tenner Tuesday link when you go to the website, you'll be able to pick up those deals. And if you're sort of making a big spend today, it might be picking up one or two of those deals will tip you over into the free shipping threshold. Now, something else which is pretty popular are our layered edge dies, 5-piece collection. 30 dies in total. Oh yeah, that's not these at all, is it? I've just done that. Oh, hang on, we'll just wait there. I can hear him calling numbers in my ear. It's like bingo. We've just done that one. Anyway, we'll get there. 50, they're going 50, 53, or 55, 54.
Higher,
53,
higher, lower, lower.
Higher or lower than 53, my love? 55.
I love your Brucey impression.
54. The inverted nesting dies. The stitched nesting dies. 6-piece selection. What, Charlotte?
What was that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Bruce Forsyth. Yeah, he were a very big comedian, stand-up comedian, game shows.
Singer and dancer.
Singer and dancer.
Instrumentalist.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, he's no longer with us, but one of the greatest, as my dad would say, because we really loved Bruce Forsyth.
He's a great British
cried.
entertainer, wasn't he?
Very much so, and it's one of those occasions, isn't it, when someone passes who means that much to you. Household name over here. Maybe not so for our lovely stateside friends.
Let us know if you've heard of him, though. I cried when he passed away about 5 years ago. Like, I did. And they did the trick, because he was the host originally of Strictly, which is our version of your
Dancing with the Stars.
He was the original host of that, and they did this tribute about a week later. Oh, my
Crab buckets.
goodness. Oh, I did.
I don't know how they got through that show.
Oh, it's terrible. Anyway, Inverted nesting dies, stitched selection, 48 dies in total. What a price on these. Hello, no wonder these are popular. This should be £60 or $78, $24.45 or $31.70. Now, Debbie, nesting dies always a must-have in any crafter's armoury.
Oh, yeah.
But these are gorgeous, aren't they? Because they are different to your normal nesting dies in the fact that the detail is on the inside.
Yep.
They've got that beautiful detail. And look how big they are and look how small they go down to as well. There's so much scope here, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely. And with the addition of the outside frames as well as the cutting frames, it just means a ton of opportunities to get creative with them. They're just fabulous. And look at, I can't get overpriced. No wonder we brought this deal in on the monthly makes. It's crazy. Look at the saving.
That is, and I love the fact as well that you get the, you know, whether you're using the outer dies or what, so many different sizes, so many different depths
so many
as well.
different ways. Yeah, that's what I love about them. And of course, the nesting as well at the end of the day, so they'll nest inside each other. But it's great for your inner page kind of style cards as well as the other way around, for your apertures, for your frames, for your pictures, your scrapbooks, your home decor. And so honestly, I've just named just but a few of the ways that you're going to be able to use these fabulous dies.
Absolutely right, and like you're seeing here again, whether you want to nest them, whether you want to use these as apertures, whether you want to use them all together, whether you just want to use them individually. I mean, there's so many different ways to be able to do them. Love that one, which is your inverted stitch zigzag circle, very comic book-esque, that, isn't it? I can imagine how good that would look maybe on like a kid's birthday card, for example. And then lastly in that set, you've got the beautiful lace rectangle as well. So it's actually a 6-piece collection, but then when you tot up all of the different dies that you're going to get within the 6-piece sets, it's actually a 48 die set, and that price today is incredible. £24.45 or $31.70. I mean, that is ridiculous value for me. That's like, am I working that out right? If you're platinum, that's like 50p a die, isn't it? Yeah.
Wow.
That is bonkers.
Wow.
That is bonkers.
Yeah, that is crazy.
And again, I mean, you've got tons of cards to show us there, haven't you, using these?
Yeah, absolutely. Just so many lovely ways that you can use them. But take a look at this one. This is creating the little aperture, but all the elements to create that lovely frame around there, which just makes them look really, really cool. The nesting ability, you can either leave them flat or leave them raised. Look how gorgeous that is. And I love the subtleness of this one because it is, look at the gorgeous cardstock and the gorgeous choice in colours, but let's not take away from those beautiful frames. They're beautiful. And I love them because they have got that inverted feel to them, every one of them, the pattern on the inside rather than the outside. This is a lovely, clever one, just by taking some of them and creating some little background pieces too. Oh, cool. So there's loads of ways. Look at that one again, another lovely one. This is actually, let me get this the right way around.
Is that all built up? Is it?
It's all built up, built up and lift off. And then, of course, you can do lots of different styles of cards with them as well. So really beautiful. So many different ways of being able to use these fabulous sets that I know that once you've got them, you're going to be able to get, am I slinging things then? You're going to be able to get really, really creative. Now, I've just done a subtle card, haven't I?
You have.
Now I'm going full on colour.
Oh, other end of the spectrum now.
Other end of the spectrum, but of course. And I'm going to use the inverted stitch zigzag oval. I love this one. I love that zigzag feature to them. These are all the dies that you're getting. And when we say that you're getting the ability to cut in, this, I mean, again, from that creator card range, I know they're not from the creator card range, but because of the opportunities that you've got with the 2 split dies, so many different ways you can use them. Use that together, it creates that nesting. Use that on its own, it creates that into the cardstock, cutting in ability. And then you've got them in all of the sizes. So they go from that large one down to, and there's 4 in each one, so that you can see that nesting ability that you've then got takes you into a whole new thing. And whether or not you're just using 1 or 2 or 3 or all 4 together, you've got so much scope to get really, really creative with. And that's exactly what I've done. I've used some, do you know when you pick a mixed cardstock in the paper pad? I hadn't used it for ages, and funny story, tripped over the pad coming out the craft room. My craft room is tidy, but some of them had fallen over and I tripped over the pad, and it sprawled out at the pick and mix book, and I was like, ooh, Oh, so I thought, oh, I'll
Like it
use
was
this
meant to
one.
be.
It's like it was meant to be, yes, absolutely. So I've just already put this on there and let it dry, and I wanted it to dry because with my wet glue, all-purpose glue, if I'd have left that wet and then die cut into it, then it would have gone everywhere. So I've just popped it on and I've let it dry. I've also tickled around the edges with the fuchsia. Now, this is measuring in, because it's going to be a base card. It's 7 by 7, and I've scored it in, I thought so, inch either way, and then pop my panel piece in the centre. I'm going to use the large one to create an aperture, but I'm only going to cut into the cardstock. So I'm going to pop that and sandwich it into that centre. In fact, I don't trust that low-tack tape. I've got a feeling it's a bit well used, a bit well loved. So I'm just going to pop that in and hold that down, and then run that through our die cutting machine. So again, let's put the panels in, and I might just try it again without. Oh, actually, no, it's got layers of. Yeah, it's got layers on there, so I'm gonna do it with the normal combination and run that through. And then this will now create the aperture, because I haven't used the outside frame, so it's going to have that cut-in factor. And then I'm going to take it and then cut out the frame as well, so it fits over the top. So again, really so many different ways. Yeah. And that's what I love about a set of dies. So yes, they've got that nesting ability. They've got the funky version because the pattern goes on the inside, so it's something that a little bit different, which again, I love. I love anything a bit different. And then all your waste pieces, there's no such thing as waste, because I would consider that now to be a waste piece of the cardstock. Let me just get that. Come out, you little devil. I would consider that to be a waste piece, that lovely zigzag piece, but it's not, because I could use that for something else.
You'll reuse that, won't you? Of course.
Oh, yeah. So using both together, and again, that lovely stitch design, although you can't see it, there's a stitch going round that circle design, which again gives it some really nice feature. And then that lovely ziggy-zag on the inside, I adore. I think these are perfect for framing of your pictures as well. So with your scrapbooks, would be absolutely fabulous. Now I'm going to stick with that, and I've gone with a nice bright pink cardstock. So I'm going to take this off, because I feel that one's interfering there. Put those two together, and again, I'm just going to hold it down with some low-tack tape. However, I've got all this centrepiece as well, Ben. So do you know what I could be doing? I could be cutting more frames out.
Oh,
so
of course,
I could be popping more frames into there and creating myself, well, use the waste, so to speak.
There is no waste.
There is no waste in these. And you're just going to sit them on the inside. I'm distracting because I've got tape all over my dies. I need to just get rid of all this because it's distracting me. Let's get rid of that. There we go. And this one, because it's got, look at this, it's got tape wrapped around it. You can tell I love these dies, can't you? I've got tape wrapped around everything. Actually, these are the studio ones.
Oh, okay.
So someone's being a mucky pup again.
Craig.
I'm thinking that you blaming my Craigie.
You're Craigie.
He's my Craigie. You can't blame my Craigie. So I'm going to not waste a single thing, because I'm going to come in and I'm going to, in fact, tell you what I'll do. I'll get them lined up. Yeah. Because look, and I'm going to create all these frames. Look at this, they're mucky pups. What are they like?
You need to send an email at the end of the show.
I'm going to be having serious words with that team, I am. But again, look, I can still come in and get my little one.
Russian dolls, aren't they? These?
Yeah. Shall we do it?
Oh, yeah, I'd love to see that.
Yeah, let's do it. Now, you could, of course, use your magnetic shim for this and hold them all into place using your magnetic shim. However, a little bit of low-tack tape across all of them. It's not going to go anywhere, she says. So I'm popping that along there now. Should have covered all of those dies. And for the ones that it didn't, I'm just going to put a little piece on that inside, and let's run them through and see how many we're getting out of there. Because again, this is the beauty of these dies. That's just one strip of cardstock that I've literally jam-packed full, all the dies into there to create all these different frames, which is what you can do. And then of course you've got the outside frame. You could create a solid mat to sit it onto as well, layer up all your pieces and create that nesting ability as well. So, honestly, and I've said this many a time, every crafter should have a good set of nesting dies in your stash.
One of the very first things to get, isn't it, really?
Oh, it is, yeah. And then add the ones that have got little bits of twist to them. So let's move all of these out of the way. And all the waste bits. Oh, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't even waste the waste bits. Nah. Because that's not a waste. That's another fancy frame. And then we're coming in again, and we've got another frame. And then we've got another wasty bit.
Doesn't that demo as well that you've just done there show A, how great the dies are, but B, how great our machines are?
Yes.
They've cut all of those dies in one pass.
In one pass. Yeah, and that's why I get again. Not that I'm showing up, but because it's a fabulous machine. Well, for those who don't know, the power of the Gemini is immense. It's absolutely immense. And to be able to do this, and they've got patterns to them, but look, every single bit there from that one, it started life as this little panel piece, and look how much I've got out of it.
Yeah.
You really, really can get so much out of these to create so many different things. Honestly, I can't tell you how fabulous they are. And even with the waste pieces, that can then go on to another card or maybe on the inside of the card if you want to decorate it, but there's no such thing as waste. And I've got my 4 frames, and then you can cut out your solid pieces. So again, I'm just going to use that, that outer piece just on its own. Again, I'm going to use that paper. I'm going to come in and I'm just going to start doing all of these to create the decorative feature. And I did say I was going funky with this one. I'm going full on funky. Full on funky. And again, I'm going to just pop that in and it sits perfectly over the top. The same with my smaller pieces as well. I've gone back in with the rainbow one for this one. But yes, so many possibilities, so much creativity, so much fun. And then, of course, they've got that lovely inverted feel to them as well. So again, really, really fabulous. Let me just make sure I get that lined up
properly. Let us know
properly.
if you've got these as well on the socials. Let us know if you've used them. As always, I know we haven't done a gallery today, have we? If you want to send any pics, feel free to fire them our way. Anything that maybe you've bought over the course of the last month, you can get in touch and let us know. What's been your favourite purchase this month?
Yeah, because we've had some fabulous launches, but then we've had deals like this.
Yeah.
So this might not be a new launch, but my God, what a deal.
Yeah.
And for anybody starting new, we're always aware, Sarah's on lots of different channels now from, QVC in the UK. And, there's gaining new followers with, all the different things that she's doing at the moment and bringing people into the world of craft who perhaps may not have potentially been in craft before. You've got a cracking set of dies to get yourself started with. You really, really have. I'm going to leave the little one off just for the time being, but I've got myself my pieces lined up together. I just need my card front, so I've gone with a slimline card because I'm going to create a dome, which is why I've gone a little bit bigger. And I'm going to just offset this a little bit. Where's my purple sheet? Uh-oh, did I cut into it? No, you didn't, Debbie. No, you didn't. That was close. I'm just going to sit that onto the front panel. And then I've just used odds and sods of bits of card that I've had lying around that I won't throw away. So sometimes when you see certain colour combinations, you're probably thinking, oh, that's bold. No, it's not. It's Debbie using a bit box. Because I don't want to waste a thing. Yeah, I have got many or 2 bit boxes under the crafty table because I just won't throw a single thing away. I don't believe in it. Mind you, I'm saying that if I don't throw it away and I can be used to something else or give to charity or like your schools and things like that, then I'm going to do that because I don't want to waste anything. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to sit that on the inside panel, give it this bow feature, and it's going to sit on the back and sit on the inside. So again, I'm just going to put my tape on the inside flaps. Have I run out? Oh, no, Johnny, it keeps happening to when I come in the building, I swear. I'm going to have a little look, see if I've got one. Yeah, there's one here. Yep, that's fine. So again, just coming in. Can't even blame anybody because it's from your own bag. Honestly, I can't say, oh, yeah, it's that. No, it's me.
Could blame Craig.
I could blame Craig.
Yeah, he's got it in your bag.
He's switched it out. That's what he's done. He's switched his out. He's one that he's got. To mine, you little devil. What's he like? Yeah, God love him. So again, I'm just going to pop that now. And it's going to sit. So to create that bow, that's why I've made it slightly bigger. And I'm just going to bring and push that fold in to the centre, line that up, and then stick that down. There we go. And that creates my little bow front at there. And then I'm going to stick now all of my pieces on the inside of there. Again, your shaker cards and so many different things you're going to be able to create. I'm just going to put some foam pads just onto the back to give it that little bit of a lift.
Yep.
Because again, these are nesting dies at the end of the day. That's exactly what you can do. I've got 2 on there. Going the wrong way, Debbie. There we are. And I'll just pop a couple on there as well. And then take those backs off and line them up on top of each other. So I'll do that one first. And I could have come in and stick that on the inside.
What pad did you say these little rainbows from?
The Pick and Mix.
Pick and Mix.
Pick and Mix, the 8x8s. Do you
Joyful
remember when we had
pad,
the?
isn't it?
Do you remember we did the year of? Was it the year of craft boxes?
Yeah, it definitely was.
Yeah, we brought out paper pads. This is what I'm using. So yes, this is them. I keep finding things because it's like with anything. You get a new paper pad and you love it and you use it to death, don't you? But we forget about the ones that we've got in a stash.
Yeah.
So let's not forget about the one in a stash, and let's bring them all together. So I've lined those up, I've popped them on the inside. I'm then just going to bring in now.
You haven't used that one in a while, have you?
No, I've not used this for ages. I mean, I haven't seen this one for. Yeah, I haven't used this. Yeah, just thought I'd bring it out again.
Yeah, it's nice to see.
Give it a dusting down. Let's just use it one more time.
Nice to see.
And then, of course, I mean, even though there's rainbows, you've got to have a butterfly or two, haven't you?
Yeah.
Got to have one of my ribbons because I love my ribbons as well. So I'll throw a ribbon in there too. So let's.
And you did say you were going to go funky and all out.
Well, I did say I'm going to go colourful.
Yeah.
I went from subdued and subtle to like in your face.
In your face.
In your face. I did have another butterfly somewhere because I was thinking might just have one sticking on the top. Ooh, I'll have it there. Just bring that in, and apart from adding a few little gems, you know, you've created something. And actually, do you know what I could do? I could pop on the inside my panel, and I could decorate that, or I could pop one of those in as well.
Do it.
Yeah, well, let's do that. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, you could be, you know, using your little elements to create something. Yeah, a little. I know it's a little bit funky. I know it's a little bit in your face, but it's nice to use the bits. It really is. And you can, and I love, like I said, this was the waste part, but there's nothing, you know, there's nothing to waste with this collection. It really is absolutely fab. And I'm going to decorate that in on the centre, ready to put my little mark on.
Oh, that's
but
brilliant.
Again, some really lovely ways of using it. And this is creating that lovely dome feature with that pop of colour. And then the mats and the layers on the inside. And then, of course, the waste bit. Don't waste a single thing because you can be using all of those bits.
Beautiful demo of a beautiful set. Debbie always says, doesn't she? She likes a set which isn't like a one-trick pony, a set that can have lots of different uses. If you're on Debbie's wavelength with that, this is the set to go for. It should be £60, $78. Look at the price today. That is incredible. Show all the designs that you're going to be getting here. Loads of lovely comments coming through. Chemistry and biology just saying, I love these dies. They're also great for scrapbooking pages, you say. And just on your favourite purchases of the month, Craig says, Ben, picking a favourite purchase is akin to selecting your favourite child. They each shine in their own way, don't they? Don't they? Tracy says, my favourite purchase was the Gemini Midi for 45 quid. Shh, don't tell anyone. However, I didn't get it for free. It was still a bargain. It certainly was. My favourite this month is the template library, says Terry, and the Pencil Academy of Colour, which literally sold out in the day, didn't it, I think? And Kim Rice says, I love bold and funky. My style for sure. Thank you, Evelyn. It also says, gorgeous card, Debbie. I love you so much. You are amazing, says Evelyn. Aww.
Lovely, thank you.
Let's just show you all of the designs that you're going to get within this collection. So it's a 6-piece set, 48 dies in total. And again, you've just seen lots of different ways you can be using these, you know, whether you're using this for your apertures, whether you're using the mats and layers, whether you're using them as a whole, whether you're using individual elements here. Love the fact that you've got so much detail with them. And of course, all of that stitch detail within the inside of these. Again, if you're creating your invertage or your outerpage, your mats and layers, I mean, literally so many different things that you can do with this full collection. There is your stitch zigzag square. You have got this, which is your stitch zigzag rectangle set. Remember, it's 48 dies in total across the collection. Your stitched zigzag oval. That one's your inverted stitched zigzag circle. And then you've got your rectangle, that beautiful lace effect as well. That is an incredible buy. No wonder that one's been busy today. $24.45 or $31.70 is your price on those. Another popular selection from this month. One of the most popular selections, I think, alongside some of the items which you guys have mentioned, like the Roaring 20s, the Template Library, the Academy of Colour, Shimmer ink pads. These absolutely flew again when we got them back. They hadn't been in stock fully since birthday, of course, but we've managed to get all 10 colours back finally. And we do still have stock available on these, so please, if you haven't yet got them, do jump in and grab them. They're available individually as well, so if you did manage to get some of the colours when they were sort of floating around, you can obviously pick out the ones which you didn't get. Just wonderful for adding that beautiful pearlescent finish, that metallic effect to all of your cardstock. Once again, the design on these I think is great because they're designed to fit perfectly in your hand. You can see that they kind of follow the contours of your hand there. So brilliant for those bigger, sort of bolder swipes of colour when you're going straight into your cardstock. You've got that teardrop design on these as well, so if you do want to kind of do more intricate inking with these, you can. But the other great thing, of course, about these, not only we chatted when we launched them, that you can create almost like your own sort of colours of Centura Pearl, but you can blend these too. So you can do all of those different things that you'd expect to be able to do with your ink pads and more. 10 gorgeous colours. So that one is your toffee apple. You've got your amethyst. You've got the frosty mint, starry sky, tropic blue. This next one, no wonder this was one of the most popular. Look at that green, look at that lime. Oh, that is absolutely gorgeous. So juicy, these ink pads as well. You might want to be stocking up on them, as I say, if you've already bought a few. You've got your peach rose, raspberry or raspberry, queen bee. That was also very popular as an individual. Really beautiful colour. And then lastly in this set is your sugar plum. £43.13 is the platinum price for those, or $57.53 if you're a platinum member and you're shopping in the US. Lots of lovely comments coming through. Evelyn Boyd says, I love those dies that we've just seen. Just purchased mine. That is a great buy. That is £25 well spent. The larger die would make a great Easter card. Just off to buy that set, says Jan. They're flying now, aren't they, those dies? Debbie says, Tracy, I just love you. The way you create cards is just so amazing.
That is lovely. Thank you. Do you know how to make a girl feel special, don't you? You really do. Thank you so much. Thank you.
There's a lot of love today. There was a lot of love yesterday as well. There's a lot of love at Crafters TV. Jan Shea says, my favourite purchase was upgrading my Midi to the large Gemini when it was on a great cartload offer. Ooh. Love that. And Sarah says, my favourite purchase this month was the Academy of Colour watercolouring. Nice. And Janet says, the layered edge 5-piece dies. There was a fox on one of the cards. Do you know if
yes,
you have
there
it for
was.
sale?
So it was from the Woodland Friends. Do you remember the Nature's Garden Woodland Friends that we did? Which is, I want to say three years ago?
2.5 years,
3 years ago. So I'm not sure. Type in Woodland Friends, so go over to the website, type in Woodland Friends and see what's there. I'm not sure what's left of that, but that particular one that the design team member had made was using that fox from that collection. And if you can't find it there, check the Tinternet out again onto those shops there where people sell things like when they're getting rid of things. There's lots of people out there that move on, crafting moves on, but they don't have the space, so they sell their things on. Just check that out, but it's Woodland Friends. Yeah.
All right, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, she wants the layered edge that was used on the fox card, not the actual fox itself.
After all that, I'll find it out and I'll tell you which one that is. So that's the square one. So that is the Deco Square. So that's the fox.
Yes.
And that's the Deco Square.
Deco Square. Thank you. Marvellous.
You're welcome.
So we've sorted that for you, Janet. Good stuff. We've got literally 20 minutes or so to go on the show. Big vote coming in, but one more demo to get in on these, which have been so popular, these simple creator card dies. And as we found out earlier on, there's nothing simple about the finished project that you're going to create with these. I think the simple relates to the fact that they're simple to use. That's how I would look at it anyway. Simple to create, an unrivaled detail effect that you're seeing here. Obviously with the creator cards, you guys love these so much. You're going to get this effect whether you go straight into the card or cut yourself panels. But then the added joy about this particular collection is you've got further sort of nested dies, if you like, to be able to create apertures of different sizes, to create that layered effect if you want to do that just here, build up your mats and layers. And actually those dies as well have got that beautiful stitch detailing around the outside as well. These really are stunning, and if you like that timeless foliage, take a look at this one here. I mean, again, hats off to our team, our guys who designed these. The engineering there is quite simply phenomenal. You've got all of the floral detailing built into here. You've got that cross effect, and then once again, the beautiful ability to be able to create your aperture or your mats and layers within the center. This one, Again, stunning. It's the pretty petals. Same thing again here, whether you want to go straight into your card, build up those mats and layers, whether you want to use out to die, cut this one out and use it as a panel to layer over the front of a card. I mean, again, look at this one. This one is called the traditional tiles. Wow, so much detail there. It may well be that you're looking at some of these and you're thinking about maybe doing a bit of ribbon threading with potentially something like this. You know, some of these you also might think about doing a little bit of paper piecing with. I love Debbie's chat around the dainty doodles. These are like little Christmas lights, aren't they?
You can turn that into a Christmas card.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know.
paper piecing with your reds, your greens, your golds. Yeah.
Or a bit of colouring if you wanted to just cut the frame out and pop it onto the front of a card, however you wanted to do it. That's super cute. It's actually called Dainty Doodles. And then the last one here, I mean, wowzer, that rose garden. I mean, how stunning is that? Well, I always say this, whenever I see a rose, I just think, oh, I'd do a bit of paper piecing there. I think it would look absolutely gorgeous. But then, of course, you've got the dies there to be able to create that focal point of the heart within the middle of your project as well. Launched last week to much applause. $101.94 or almost $120 is what you should pay. That's your saving. That's your platinum price. It's the same price that we launched them at, so £54.37 or $63.84. These have been very popular today, hence why we're going to squeeze in one final demo. If you do want the showstopper as well, we do have that available for you. That basically brings you everything I've just shown you, plus for an extra £5, you're going to get 2 of our water reactive ink pads and a tape pen. As I say, I didn't do the calculation and I still haven't done it, but the calculation in the UK, £16 is what you'd be paying for those, but you're only actually paying an extra £5 if you go for the showstopper, which the majority of people have done. There you go, $58.37, that was $53, wow. $67.84, which was of course $62. Shall we have a look at a final demo with these?
Yes, I'll show you a couple of samples and then I'll bounce into my demo.
Okay. Bounce.
Not quite bouncing there,
No.
but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely beautiful set of creator card dies that are going to create you so many different ways of using them. We're showing you our takes, but there are so many ways with these fabulous dies. That's one. I'm going to show you some of Bianca's lovely samples that she did for us in terms of the packaging. But you see 2 different cards, but with the same die set. Absolutely incredible. If you love your paper piecing, you are going to be in your element with these. If you love your trifolds, this is a gorgeous one that Nick did. It just shows that capability of cutting in as well as cutting your panels and different ways that you can use it. A very subdued one there, but looks stunning. And then what Bianca's done with this one is she's used the stencil, used it as a stencil, sorry, to create that lovely inky background. And just use the accent dies or those nesting dies that are in the centre, and then created a wow factor on the inside as well. Imagine popping your little, your little dangly bits in the middle where you what do they call them?
The little spinners.
That's it. Thank you. The bits that you can just suspend in the middle. Suspend.
Oh, suspenders.
Suspend in the middle. That you can suspend in the middle, or you can have your twirling characters in there, or you could use the twirling element with your nesting dies. You behave, you little varmint.
Can you call me a varmint?
A varmint, yeah. It's a lovely little word I love. It's term of endearment.
Yeah,
a little varmint.
Is,
yes.
That's what was the name of the guy, the baddie in the Bugs Bunny cartoons? What was he called? Elmer Fudd.
Elmer,
That's
yeah.
what he used to call Bugs Bunny.
Did he use it? Is that where I've
Yeah.
got it? I don't know where I've got it from. I've used it for years. I used to say it
varmint.
to my kids, oh, you little varmint. I say it to grandkids now. Little varmint.
Brilliant.
Setting off a word there. Probably our stateside people maybe not have heard that word before.
No, they will have.
But
They definitely will have.
Everyone
Yeah.
knows what a varmint is, don't they?
Yes.
Little rascal, little scallywag. Meant with love, Ben, meant with love.
I'm just sorry. I've just clicked over to the Facebook page just to have a quick look at the comments coming through. And the captions have come up, and it's obviously a little bit behind. And on the captions, you didn't call me a little varmint, you called me a little vomit. Into the caption.
I definitely didn't call you a vomit. Anyway, back to business. This piece measures at 10 inches by 7, and I've scored it. Now I'm going to make a little bit of a diorama card, and I make my diorama cards different sometimes. I'll do like 1 inch and then 2 inches. On this occasion, I've got 1 inch, 1.5 inches, then 2 inches to create a smaller one. But I am going to directly cut into. So if I just fold that in, I'm going to directly cut into that middle and hold it down with some low tack tape.
You right there?
Yeah, vomit. It's just tickled me that.
It is funny. If you ever get, do you ever watch the videos with the subtitles on? Because obviously,
Yeah,
it does it
sometimes I
there and
do,
then.
yeah.
Some of the things which come up are just hilarious. So if you're ever really bored, stick the captions on, and you can read some funny.
Well, I would
funny things.
imagine with my Yorkshire dulcet tones there that some of my words, especially because I speak like a runaway train, I've often said this. I apologised at the weekend because I talk so fast.
Oh, I didn't
sometimes.
think you talk that fast.
Oh, I am. I can chatter, and when I get excited, I get more giddy, and it comes out even faster than it would normally. But yes, so I can only imagine that the auto, what words?
Caption, the auto-generated captions.
I bet they have a field day. I bet they have a field day. Literally. Bless. Anyway, look how gorgeous that looks.
I know.
Ben. Ain't that just absolutely beautiful? If you are paper piecing, obviously, I wouldn't paper piece and then tap those out and then put the pieces back in. I would use our hold and release sheets.
Oh, nice idea.
Yeah, and then you would just run over your chosen colour and then take your pieces. Obviously, I have a bit of acetate behind the back there to create that. But I'm just going to show you, again, those frames, and I think sometimes it's nice to be able to see this. That, of course, would cut out a complete frame. And in terms of that, that's exactly what you could do with your other pieces. You could cut out a lovely frame there. But you've got these that then can create an aperture that goes into that centre as well. So if I just pop that one onto the top and pop that through, and then run that through again. I'm not flattening anything, there's nothing on there to flatten, but what it's going to enable is create that lovely centrepiece that will have that aperture going through the centre. That is the beauty of having these dies that have got creator card ability, and then the nesting dies to either nest on top of each other, just use one, use the smaller one to create a bigger frame, and so on, because it just shows you how much you are going to get out of this set of dies. And then, of course, you've got all the fun, because look, straight away, that's created that, or not only a matte piece that can sit in the background, but it's created that see-through element, which, again, I just adore. And then again, you can come in with a solid piece, so rather than doing some paper piecing, that little bit there offsets that. So again, I think I might just do that. And I mean, I'm going in a completely different direction to what I'd planned. But that's what happens when I get in here. Or you could use that die to create that aperture, so you've got that full piece that cuts in. And then I could use the elements on the inside as well. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do that. Got a bit of time, haven't I?
Yeah, I reckon so.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll show you my original one, but I like mixing it up a little bit.
Bit of crafty improv.
Yeah, ooh, I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
Oh, yeah.
I'll come in with a smaller one. It's even more craftier improv. No, stick with your big one, Debbie, stick with your big one. Right, let's go in. Hold, stick down, run through, and then attach that to the back. That's what I'm going to do. Change it up a little bit right at the very end.
The character that used the word varmint is actually Yosemite Sam, says Anne, from the Twin Cities. Now we know. And Robbie's saying, are the two circle sets the same size circle? I think that they are.
Two circle sets?
Yeah, the two circles are the same size.
Do you think that funny? I never even noticed there were two circle sets.
You've got the timeless foliage and then the fancy floral have circles.
What am I like?
Are they the same size? I think...
I'll tell you, if you give me a second when I've done this, I shall measure them for you, and then we can tell you that. And then whoever asks that question, we will answer.
Okay.
Because we like to do that here.
We do.
At Crafters TV.
Like to be very interactive.
Very interactive. No other way you get that, would you? I think that's what, again, sets us apart from everywhere else.
That's why we are winning awards and are award nominated in various categories every year.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. So I'm going to sit that on the back, but I am going to give it, again, I'm going to give it that little bit of a drop shadow. Even though I've slightly changed my plan, I'm going to just give it a diddy-widdy little bit of a drop shadow effect. Let me just make sure I've got that in the right place. While it's not stuck down, I'm okay. It's gone back in. Trust me to change it up at last minute.
I know, you see it all planned out.
I know, because I like to do this. This is because it's showing you that creativity that you're getting with these dies. So again, just that little offset, pop that on. And then I'm going to line up now, because I've got myself some panels. Actually, I'm just going to put my folds in. So I'm going to bend that in, bend that out to create the aperture. And then I'm going to do exactly the same on this side. even though I've put those folds in, I always do this after I've put it through the machine. And then I'm going to stick now my panels in, because I've already popped my mats and layers. Again, using any of your paper pads. If I remember rightly, this is the, I'm sure it's a set with flowers.
I think it...
I'm sure it's a
yes,
set
it
with
is.
flowers.
Yeah, it is.
I keep getting it confused with the Floribunda, but it's not the Floribunda at all. It's definitely with a set with flowers.
Yeah.
So I'll sit that in there. Let me just push that little piece out, because you always find one just left there in the background. And then I'm going to bring in now my other panel and stick that on the inside as well. So let's come in and pop my inner panel onto that inside, and then I'll stick the two pieces together. So that's my decorative panel on the inside. Then I'm just going to now pop some glue onto both sides to bring this lovely diorama style card. So again, bit of tape, both ends, only on one side, don't need to do it on both. I suppose it depends on how well you want it to stick together. And then I'm going to come in, match that up to that end. Then I'm going to match that up to that end. And once you've got that stuck down and you're happy with that it's nice and flush, then you can do the rub with your finger and your thumb to get it into place. And just giving that adhere, it sticks to there. Now, because I've obviously got me panels, I'm going to just do now, I've got my mats and my layers, and I've gone in with a patterned one. I think because I'm going to use my white, I'm going to sit that into the background because we'll change this up again. So I'll just bring in a foam pad, because I'm going to have them lifted out there. And then the mats and layers are going to sit on top of each other. So the next little heart will sit into that one. The next little heart will sit into that one. Then you can be taking these dies and creating more hearts and stick them on the outside as well. So we could be coming in and doing that too. So we'll pop that in. And then I've got myself, I'm just going to pop that on the inside, like so. And then you'll be pleased to know I've used a different sentiment with this one. I've come in with my Celebrate, and then I'll stick on some more panels as well in a second just to finish this off, and then I'll show you the original one that I was going to do, because I've cut myself, where's my frame gone? There it is. Pop my frame on the outside.
Ooh, wow.
So, and that just covers up, it takes away all that whiteness, the outside white. And you can do that with your craft knife, or if you had Craig's, do you remember Craig's mat and layer dies?
Oh, yeah.
If you got those, you could use it with those as well.
Yeah.
Because they fit perfectly around that. And again, let me just flatten that down a minute. So I've got that in place. And that just finishes that off that little bit. Bringing in the Celebrate. Now, I could have it going down that centrepiece, but I'll just make sure I've got that dry. Sorry, it's just not dry just yet. So I'm just going to get that in before it moves. There we go.
Nice.
And then I'll pop that in the bottom corner. And I should have a ribbon. Oh, now then, where's my white ribbon gone? Oh, drat. Gonna have to bring in my little flower that I've got lying in my stash. That'll go well, won't it? Yeah. That'll look nice. So let's come in. Actually, wrong one, Debbie. Let's go in with that one. I would have normally cut some love hearts at that point. However, because I've just seen the die,
I know, we were out of time. Where's it gone?
I get carried away, and because I've changed it up, and I'll show you the one that I was going to do, because it was literally just on the front. But this is the beauty of these two cards with the same design. I feel like I've done it. I did it with this morning's, didn't I? Change me one that I was doing.
You did.
It's exactly the same. Yeah, it's the same one, isn't it? What am I like? This is when I get creating. So this has created a diorama with the love hearts on the inside part.
Yeah, I love that.
And that's the one that I've just created. The one that I had planned to do was sitting it on the front.
Oh, the outside.
So that's just sitting on the front. So rather than it just still cuts through that centre, but sit the mats and layers on the solid panel. But I do like to change it up a little bit, because it does show you as well the capability that you have with this fabulous set of dies. They are sensational, and I absolutely adore them.
Well, what a card to finish. I'm not being funny, that one could be the one, couldn't it? That could be the one that you vote for. I'll tell you what, should we get the cards lined up, and then whilst you are voting, I'll just take you through all of the designs that you're going to get in the collection. We'll talk about the showstopper deal as well, but this is going to be a tough little vote. We've done four.
Yep, got
this
four.
One seems ages ago.
I know it does. my little balloon one, the pop-ins, so it's the slide and pop, which was the little balloon aperture one that I did.
I love that.
Where you've got the lovely little slide mechanism going up there and that lovely pop feature, but just a little bit different with my little balloon just sits in on the top. Number 2 was the lovely subdued gatefold layered edge dies. Number 3 is the in-your-face colours.
Funky!
In-your-face, number 3. And then number 4 is the one we've just completed. So a tough one, but you decide. 4, 3, 2, or 1, you decide.
I really like 1, but that's just me. But I think potentially 4 could win. Charlotte likes 4. Johnny? 1. It's just copying me. Lovely card, Debbie, says Mary Pat. I love your card, Debbie, says Paul Prince ×4. You've got 2 minutes to get your vote in. The designs that you're going to get in your simple... Oh, can you measure the circle?
Oh, I will do, yes.
I'm supposed to do this.
Yes.
The simple create a card, die, showstopper, 9-piece collection. You get all of the dies that I'm showing you here alongside 2 ink pads and a tape pen that you're only paying an extra £5 for. This one is your timeless foliage. I mean, the designs again in these are just phenomenal, absolutely gorgeous, with the added addition of the extra dies so that you can create your aperture, so that you can create those mats and layers. Very, very versatile, this collection. On top of that, there's the second circle, the fancy floral. You've got the beautiful pretty petals. You've also got the traditional tiles. This one, as I said when I saw this earlier on, thought you might potentially do a bit of ribbon threading with that maybe, but it's a really lovely, lovely design. And once again, you get the outer die with all of these, so if you just want the frames to go onto your cards as layers, you can do. This one is the Dainty Doodles, now known as the Christmas Lights card. And then finally, the one that you have just seen, that beautiful rose garden. 58.37 is the platinum price on this, $67.84. But remember, the showstopper also brings you 2 water-reactive ink pads, and then on top of that, you're going to get your tape pen included as well. Susie is away, counting all of the votes coming in. Have you had time to measure?
I have. They're exactly the same size.
Right.
So that's good to know, because guess what? Debbie didn't even realise there was 2 circular ones in there. And I launched them down at Hobby Maker, and I didn't realise that there were 2 circles.
Oh.
So it's good to know. So thank you for asking the question, because now I know, yes, they're exactly the same size.
Thank you, Robbie, for asking the question. So now we know, which is always good to know. Right, just awaiting that vote coming in. And just to mention, oh, here we go. We knew it would happen. The magazine that we launched yesterday is now the Showstopper limited stock. That's green on the screen, which means...
It's soon won't be seen.
Used to be. Go.
Yeah, look at that. Come on, come on. Green, green, green. Charlotte, green, green, green. She's miles away. Yay! Woo-woo! God love her.
Do you know what? They have got a tough job in there today.
Do you know all those buttons and twirly things, and I won't be able to do it.
6 graphics on the show as well, which means 106 different products. So they're very super speedy, the team today. Charlotte, you can have a week off after this, after all your hard
She's
work
going to need it, God love her, after today.
She is. Magazine you've got full of projects and ideas and designs which relate to not only all of these beautiful papers that you've got within inside the actual magazine itself. By the way, there are a few of the projects and ideas that you're going to be working with within the magazine. So all the papers relate to that, but then also relate to your beautiful embossing folder that you're going to receive for free, the stencil, that beautiful Grateful Roses that you're getting in there, alongside this set here, which is your Roses Corners. That one is a 3-piece set, 5x7 layering stencils, and you've also got beautiful stamps and that die in there as well. That one says just for you, and there's some lovely stamps in there. Happy anniversary, happy birthday, thank you, where flowers bloom, so does life. There's loads of lovely ones in there. That's all included within the actual box itself. Then, of course, if you go for the Showstopper, less than 10% of the stock remaining, you get everything else that you're seeing within the bundle here. So the Say It With Flowers 6x6 paper pad, you've got the flower forming foam? What am I talking about? Foam on a roll. Foam on a roll, foam on a roll. Hey, you've also got the luxury cardstock, the glitter, the mirror and the matte mirror, 2 of our water reactive ink pads, baby blue and the honey pot, and you're going to get 1 of our blending tools as well, the square blending tool. It's a rectangle, and the watercolour cardstock too. That would cost you £41 or $63. However, you are only paying an extra £25 today, but you have to be quick. £32, $40, less than 10% of the stock remaining. Demo of the show.
Yes.
Oh!
Oh, what's this? What are you surprised with?
2.
Oh, the subdued. Yes, you see, sometimes it's not all about all singing, all dancing in your face colours. Sometimes it's the prettiest colours and the simplest of cards that can capture your hearts, and that's exactly what it has with this one. So there you go.
Well, that will go up on the Crafty Walk of Fame, and it could be the one that you vote for a little bit later on. We are guaranteed a Debbie win today. Whoa, Monthly Makes has flown over. That's 2 shows done. Show number 3 coming up in 2 hours' time, where we'll be bringing you more of the great deals from this month. All I can say to you in the meantime is if you hit the Shop the Day button, you will see everything that we have featured and more. It is all of the deals that we've brought to you this week, not just the launches, but cartload deals, craft vault deals, deals that we brought you in this show, which is just amazing deals that we brought you this month. So do make sure you have a look. And don't forget, whilst you're at the website also, today only, as it is Tuesday, we have a £10 $10 Tuesday. So you will find on there a whole host of great deals for a tenner, funnily enough. But those deals are already selling out, and of course are only here for another day, because it won't be here tomorrow because it's Wednesday. Anyway, we're back in a couple of hours with more Monthly Makes. Until then, check out your baskets, and thank you for watching. Bye for now.